So this is a follow-up to the video about the world ending, how the world isn't ending, and I don't I don't think I got the message across the right way. I feel like when I was talking about it, I was downplaying it, and over the week, um, there was the TikTok ban, and it really made me start questioning, like, what the actual hell is going on. Like, I knew they were trying to ban it. I didn't think that it would constitute, but then they snuck it into this bill, and I'll get into that maybe next week. But what I wanted to talk about with that is, we can't do anything about it in the way that we would be talking about. So when I say we can't do anything about it, I mean like going online and talking about it and being up in arms and mad about it. It's not going to change anything. The only thing that's going to change things is if we actually pay attention to who we're putting in office and pick the best one. Majority of them are slimy. Um, Everyone in politics usually has some type of hidden sneaky agenda that's like really jacked up. And you might be thinking like, hey, how does this relate to the last video? And it's to say that a lot of these things are out of our control. Sadly, I don't want to say it like that, but yeah, a lot of these things are out of our control. For the most part. Obviously, yeah, we can do some things to, like, lobbying or politicians, or not lobbying, but, calling them, trying to figure all that stuff out. But the only thing that we can do in these trying times where the world is quite literally falling apart is focus on ourself. And what I mean by that is focusing on what you're gonna do to stop it. Anyone can pick up a phone. Anyone could post on Twitter like, "Oh my God, the Biden administration sucks," or our government sucks, or MAGA's the worst. We can sit here and say all we want online, and that's fine. That's our First Amendment right. But what are you gonna do about it? What are we gonna do about it? I the change that we want to see in the world starts with us. So if you want to see proactive change, then you have to go out and do it. You have to be proactive. You have to go out of your way to get these things all started and fired up. You have to be the one to make a difference, because if you don't work towards making a difference, even if it's the smallest difference, even if it's just going down to your local homeless shelter or orphanage or stuff like that, soup kitchen, even if it's just volunteering for like an hour every week, as long as you're putting a little bit good out there, then it really pushes the agenda that, there are good people out there. There is still good in the world, and we have the power to do it. Not talking online, not posting online. Like, yes, it's good to get discussions revolving around it. It's good to inform people. I'm not saying that we shouldn't be online in any form or capacity. All I'm saying is that there's a lot more to it. We have to start changing ourselves and our minds, our mindset, our actions. We have to change all of that if we're going to actually make a difference, because as much as I said it in the last video that the world is not ending, it's not ending in the way that you think, but we are in very trying and troubling times, and there's not really too much we can do about it. Like, we can't just, like, overthrow the government immediately. They would, like, probably go into, like, full-on Russia, China, the restrictions and stuff. We're already close to it. We got people who want to do that. We've got authoritarians who are trying to be in office, and there's just so much stacked up against us that if we're gonna win this, if we're gonna make things better for us, then we have to make it better the right way. I'm not saying sit back and let things happen. You know, we should be actively pursuing change, being the change that we want to see. There's no good that's gonna come just from sitting around talking around all day online. And you know, I'm being a bit of a hypocrite by me talking about it online right now. Um, I just think that we should focus on bettering ourselves and not just, you know, oh, I'm changing my diet. Oh, I'm gonna say thank you to the barista lady next time she gives me a coffee. You know, I'm gonna give her an extra tip. You know, instead of tipping $1.50, I'll tip her $2. You know, I'm not talking about those little things. Those little things are great. You know, they're a start. But if we're gonna make things better overall, the only way we're gonna be able to do that is if we actually figure out what the hell we want, figure out how the hell we want to do it, and work on, you know, actively changing things. We have to actively be like, hey, things aren't going the same way that they have been anymore. Things are not the same. We have to change something. And I don't want to tell us to we have to circle back to where what got us here in the first place, because no, that's not going to work. I think we need new people who understand the way the world works now in comparison to these people who are stuck in the 60s, the 50s, the 70s. I mean, not really the 50s, but then again, there are some pretty old people in the court systems, you know? I think that we should really be looking at how we fight to make change. You want to make change? You got to figure out what you can start doing. Do things that are going to make other people think, "Hey, I could do that." Or, "Hey, I should do this." Get people thinking, get people talking, but don't sit there and be an internet, "Oh, the world's ending. Oh, everyone, look at this. Look at this. Look at all the bad things." We got the news for that. We got news networks, we've got the News Central, we got everything news media wise, social media, any type of media, we got that, okay? What we need now, not even just in America. I'm not talking about just America. I'm talking about in the whole world. What we need now are forward thinkers, progressive thinkers, and right now we are I'm gonna geek out and talk about astrology real quick. Right now, Pluto went into Aquarius. Now, Pluto is a generational planet and moves every so often years. It's been in Capricorn since I think 2008, I want to say, maybe a little late. It's early 2000s, I think, something like that. And Pluto in Capricorn is, if I remember correctly, it's all about, realizing the dark, like all the bad, I guess. Like realizing the flaws in the cracks, you know? Now, Pluto in Aquarius is the planet moving into, forward thinking. Aquarius is the sign of innovation, and Aquarius is also forward thinking. So we're gonna circle back to um Capricorn in like a couple days, actually, like a week or two, if I'm not mistaken. I could be wrong. Oh, maybe in a month. Maybe in a month. I'm sorry, I might be jumping the gun. So we should be going back into Capricorn one last time before we fully move in November. And once it's in November, it will be there for the next like 20 something years, maybe 30 if I'm not mistaken. I keep saying that, but I'm just trying to cover base. Um So, with that being said, we will have a brilliant opportunity, astrologically. Astrologically, we will have one of the best opportunities we have to change the world. I mean, one of the big things that happened during Pluto and Aquarius, I believe, was the Renaissance, and also I think the United States might have had its revolution at that time, separating from Great Britain. I could be wrong. I might be making that up, but I'm pretty sure I looked into that and that was what they said. Either way, though, it's even if it wasn't aligned in the stars, even if you don't believe in all that, there's no time to wait. We need to take action and change what we're thinking of, what we're doing, and we have to do it now. There's no more time to wait. If Pluto's in Gemini or Pluto, it doesn't matter where Mercury is in Lemonade, any of that stuff. It doesn't matter. It does to an extent, but if you don't believe in that, you don't need to. All that you need to know is that things are changing and they're not progressing. We're mostly regressing, and if you want to progress, you have to think progressively. So think of things that you can do to help out in your community, help out your fellow common man, be nicer to the people around you, because at the end of the day, we don't have any of the stuff that we're worried about when we do pass away. The only thing that we carry with us are our memories, and that's it. Like, we don't take anything else with us, our memories. And when I mean take them with us, like, no one else gets our memories, only us. So, what would you like to look back on and remember? Would you like to sit there and think like, "Hey, I made a difference," or "Hey, I just sat there and complained all day to a bunch of random losers on the internet trying to get some karma online or some upvotes or some likes on the internet." At the end of the day, none of this matters. Everything will cease to exist. The world will ultimately end up in a big ball of fire if we don't blow it up ourselves by that point anyway. So do something that will make things different for other people, make things better for other people and yourself too. Don't be just selfless. Be selflessly selfish. You want to make the world a better place? Then make the world a better place. It's not impossible. And with that being said, I think I'm going to end it off here. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please smash that like button. Subscribe if you're new around here. Comment, change, so that we can get the algorithm rolling. This is going to be my last video set up here. I'm actually moving this week, so maybe the next video you see will be a little, I'll have a different area. Well, definitely I'll have a different setup. So whatever I see, whatever I set up, you'll see. That's gonna be it. Hope that I made you think at the very least. Peace, broskies. See ya.